Okay, so y'all know I'll be having hair days, right? So what's going on? So did you guys watch that video that I just put out there? The tip line. Watch that tip line video. I'm sorry, I just had some skins. I don't know if you guys eat skins, but I had some that were very, very hot. And you know how you eat something that's hot and it's not hot right then and there? Whew. But it's hot in a few minutes. So that's pretty much what happened. So this is this is a live, okay? And let me put the comments on so I can see if somebody comes in. So if you guys coming up. So this is about questions and answers, pretty much about HR, human resources. If you guys are going for medical billing position or something like that, and you need help with some questions they might ask you, or should you say yes, I have questions, or should you say no, I'm okay? The answer to that is yes, you should have questions, even if it is, when does the position start? It can say, how much is the position actually paying? You can ask, is this a new position? You can also ask, how large is the team going to be? Or am I creating the team? Or, well, that's on a higher level, but you know what I'm saying. Ask questions. Okay, ask questions. And yeah, I'm still struggling with the hot thing. Hold on, y'all. Don't eat anything hot before you go live. So ask questions. Make sure you ask questions. So also, this is about medical billing and coding courses. Okay, so I want you guys to, those of you who are just getting into medical insurance billing, or if you guys are going to take your coding, get your ICD-10, your CPT, and your HCPCS book. Okay, the HCPCS is, I think, fairly easy because it is literally equipment and drugs, and I think it'd be a lot easier when you guys take that course. Uh, but there's also a subject in sapphirecoding.com to check out on that. Uh, One of the other things somebody asked me was, the illustrations. The illustrations are merely the designs and the color graphs that's in there. Like they have a muscle skeleton, they have arms and heart and stuff like that. Those are the pictures. Yes, you have to get to know those pictures because they will probably ask you where something is or where something is located. So yes, check out those pictures. Make sure you get your medical insurance billing book. We talked about it in a video before this. That video might still be going because that was a recorded video. Your medical insurance billing book. It's the same exact book that they use in the college. The step-by-step book is the same book that they use in the college. Yes, you can purchase that book. They have that book on Amazon.com. Okay. They have that book in thrift.com. You might get it for $5. You don't need a brand new one. A year or 2 years is fine. But when you get your coding books, I want you to get new coding books. Okay. The medical insurance billing book doesn't have to be a new book. They just pretty much change the color of the page and XYZ. Anything that's updated, go on cms.com. And you can find out. If you need more than that, call me. I'll put you in a classroom. You can navigate through and you can see some of the other stuff that's in there. But basically, if you want to learn, the medical insurance billing and coding, you're going to have to make time for that medical insurance billing and coding. If you're working 9 to 5, you come home, get yourself something to eat, get relaxed, do the kids. And I'd say maybe like 8 o'clock, do like 8 to 9. You may need another cup of coffee, but you may want to spend more time on the weekend. It's up to you. Because you're going to need some of that stuff to definitely stick. And the medical insurance billing portion on your CPC, it's not that much. I mean, those, I call those open and closed questions. Those open and closed questions are pretty much multiple choice. The gusto of it is when you guys are looking at the cases and you trying to decipher them. So, definitely get your CPC guide. Your CPC guide is going to help you tremendously. They wrote that book. They are telling you what they want you to do to pass your CPC. Just keep taking it, keep taking it, keep taking it. There are tests in that book. Sapphire coding course is derived from what they're teaching you at AAPC. The only difference is that the courses that I give you, you can learn them yourself. Same thing as them. Everything is pretty much self-taught. They don't sit there all day and you're like in a classroom. They give you what you need and you're either going to do it or you're not. Uh, the difference is mine is not $1,500. Okay. If this is affordable stuff for you, I split the program up where you don't even have to spend $200. I split it up where you could do $19.99 for all three: basic, beginner, transition, advanced, and then the other courses you just buy period individually. Like with the basic program, it comes with two, so you only buying two courses. They're $15.99, but I'm gonna put them down to $9.99, and um, the advanced course, there's like maybe 10 or 12 courses with that. And again, I'm going to bring them down to $9.99. Okay. So you guys can teach yourself. I want you guys to learn what you need to learn. Okay. I'm going to do that right after this chat. I'm kind of hanging in there to see, if anybody has any questions for me. I'm on the StreamYard free. They do have other StreamYard, 17 something and something else, but it can help you with your YouTube. Um, I like to StreamYard because it's very clear. It's very clear. And sometimes when I just do YouTube plain, it doesn't work good. And also when I want to do all of Twitter, and I want to do LinkedIn and all of them, and I want this live on all those platforms, girl, you got to get Twitter. You got to get to the Twitter. What do you call this thing? StreamYard. My nephew told me about the StreamYard. I didn't know none of this stuff. I taught myself how to use all of this equipment. I taught myself how to use this stuff. When I finish with this doggone thing, oh my goodness. Wait till I finish this office. When I go get my chair, wait till y'all finish with yourself. You guys remember the chair? I couldn't stand that chair. I mean, the chair was literally $400. Look how big I am. You would never know that I had a chair for $400. No, we want to get the one, the tall, the high back one. So we just ordered that. We're waiting for that to come. But again, make yourself comfortable. When you are training, when you are studying for something, make yourself comfortable, especially your study area. I'm going to extend this table and I'm going to put one crosswise, or I'll just probably get a bigger one and we'll use this one for the salon. Yeah, I think I'll use this one for the salon. So I don't know how to market the salon yet because the salon is going to be based in Atlanta, and I don't even know how many of my people on my YouTube actually live in Atlanta. But that's what's getting ready to go down. Okay, but right now we're talking about medical insurance billing and coding, and I told you guys the books that you need to get. Make sure that you check out those videos. Like I said, you can look at 70 videos. Look at some of my older videos when I first started. Most of those videos is about medical insurance billing and coding. Uh, there's no fee for anything that you're looking at on YouTube because it's for everybody. There is a fee for the courses that you get on Sapphire Coding. Check out that website that I have below. I made sure I put it down there so you guys can get at it. You guys see $29.99 down there. I knocked that down to $19.99. I just didn't change what's here, especially if you need help. Even if you're working already, and you just need a little help with what's this, what's that, what does the clearinghouse actually do? What is collections? What do we do when we call? What is a queue? Stuff like that. Some people are new to medical insurance billing and coding. Maybe you just graduated from school and you just can't get it, or you just graduated from school and you got hired and you need to know something. You need to know how to write an appeal letter. Mm-hmm. I got you. I got you. You understand? Make sure you keep yourself coordinated. Make sure you have folders for everything. I'm one of those people who, like, y'all know how I am. I got a folder for this, folder for that. I keep the. I'm so coordinated. I can just reach over and find what I want. It's all over the place, and nobody can find anything but me. But I know what I'm looking for. So when you get ready to start studying for your exam, make sure you have everything where you can find it. If you got a nice chair in the corner, just do your 3 hours there. Do your 3 hours there. I've gotten used to doing reading online, and I don't know what my iPad is, but I've also gotten used to reading on my iPad wherever it is. But a lot of you guys like the hard copy, which that's fine too. And again, don't spend a lot of money on your hard copy. Just go to thrift.com. You can get a book for a cheaper price. Amazon.com. You guys remember when I said catch Amazon at 3 in the morning or 4 in the morning? They have a crash sale on a book, and then about 6:15 they put it back. I caught a lot of books like this. You guys can catch that if you guys are getting up, early in the morning, and it'll help you save a couple of bucks. So again, if you guys are even thinking about opening your own business or thinking about a billing company or how you're going to do it, I mean, you got to grind to get yours. You can't give up. You can't be like, like, don't, especially YouTube. Don't be like, well, I'm giving you another YouTube today. Then okay, I think you done with YouTube. I don't think, you know what I'm saying? You have a little bit more, have a little bit more something. I don't know what it is, but you got to get into that type of YouTube. And a lot of times I come on YouTube, I totally forget to even mention the courses that I have. Sometimes I forget to mention, my books or whatever, that I'm even selling something. I totally forget. Because a lot of times, I do my marketing outside. I'm on foot, not physically on foot. I mean, I'm driving to different places and X, Y, Z. And again, if you want to do something like that, you're going to do the same thing. I use Teams for my Sapphire portal, and I use Google Drive. You guys can use both. I mean, especially when you're studying, and that's why I prefer that the courses be digital. They can be mailed though. I can put them on a flash drive and mail them, but I prefer them to be digital so that you guys can save them when you want to. Especially, God forbid, your system does crash, you have a second place to get your material out of. You have a second place to get your material out of. So, hopefully, some of the girls are watching this because that did happen. And it happened to me too. I had some water or something spill right in my Mac. Man, I'm still devastated because I had so much stuff in there. I don't even think iCloud carried over all of my stuff that I had in that Mac. Um, but it is what it is. But I don't do that no more. Even though y'all see me sitting here with this water, it's covered up, and I have my computer lifted. And if this does fall, it ain't falling on my computer. I'll tell you that. I was devastated over that. Don't think about it. Don't put the water on the table, especially if you don't have it covered. Make sure you got it covered. If you guys are sitting in that office and you got water and it's not covered, shame on you. Shame on you. Because when I come past and I catch one on wood, give it here right now. I'm taking it off their desk. And Miss Lisa, that's what I get. Miss Lisa, what did I tell you about? Call me Miss Lisa. And I'll take it right off of their desk too, because it's going to cost us a lot of money to replace it and get you another one. So don't put it on a desk. Even if you are at work, don't do it. Okay? Because forget about the data that you got in there. You write something down on paper, okay. But when you write something down in your queue, when you talk to a patient on the phone, you were writing in there so the next person can see it, what you're talking about. That's data. When you're writing something down on a piece of paper, all right, now you don't know where it is. You put it in your queue. Your queue is a part of your EHR. It's a part of the patient's account. Okay. When you go in there and you start talking, you got to type what you need in there. That's data. Let that go in there. It's gone. Okay, just be precarious. When you are drinking water and stuff like that. At your computer. Even if your boss lets you do it, don't get carried away. Um, I remember years ago, many years ago, when I don't know if I was supervisor or I don't know what I was. I think I was a supervisor billing. And they come in my office, I'm eating back. Every two few minutes, I'm eating or chewing or eating or chewing. I stopped doing that because guess who started doing that? Everybody in the office. And they did it to make fun of me. They didn't even do that. They did it to make fun of me. How can I set a good example for them when I'm sitting up here doing worse than them? So don't do that. Let your boss see that you are there to work and to do what you have to do. That's what we want to do. That other video that I just put out there, it's about things like that. What to do in their office, what not to do in the office. There's a little bit of me talking about HR. I think I put the video about HR questions on there. So we talked a little bit about those HR questions. We talked about that also in the other video. If you guys have any questions, make sure that you send me a message because we all struggle. A lot of stuff is a struggle. I'm telling you, I'm struggling with the weight because, like I said, I'm trying to stop taking the shots. So, thank you to everybody who sent me a message on that. I know y'all, we all struggling, but at some point, it'll be another breakthrough other than the shots. But I'll tell you right now, I'm gonna have a relapse because I'm gonna have to go get my shot. It's just I have no self control, But I want you to have self control when it comes to billing and coding, okay? Especially when you're either going for a job, okay? Look at those HR questions I have in there. Make sure there's no errors on your resume. When you are creating your own business, the hardest thing for billing businesses thinking to me was the name. Me coming up with a name, and the name has to come to me and it has to stick. So that's something that you have to come up with because I had a name that was not transparent. It wasn't transparent. So I'm still certified physician coding. I took the physician off of the title on the YouTube because I did more education. But you guys do not forget to get in on that credit cleaning up class. Course 3 will be coming up soon, and I'm gonna have I'm gonna write on this. I have to remind myself. Why is this wet? I have to remind myself to make sure I have the letters for you guys. So we're gonna have the letters and the inquiry letters. Okay, and this is just like when you're doing your resume, have several different types of resume with you. Some of you who are doing blue collar jobs or office jobs, white collar jobs, whatever they call them, that's pretty much the billing and coding. Some of you are working home, doing the billing and coding. I think that's okay. Uh, I mean, if that's what you want to do, it's okay. Some people can't work at home. Sometimes I get tired of working at home. I have to get out. I have to, even if I'm snatch at Walmart or I snatch at Kroger's or whatever, you want to go back to the office at some point. You want to go back to the office at some point. And this is the crazy thing. When I had to go back in the office, I was so happy for like 2 months. And then I was like, I'm ready to go. I was like, I'm ready to go. And what's so crazy is that as soon as I said I'm ready to go, boom, I saw something pop on the board. I'm going home. So that was a God's blessing. That was a God blessing. I don't even know. I can't even tell you. But that's your choice. That's your choice. And most of the coders work at home anyway. But we wouldn't agree, to you guys to work at home or to stay home if we didn't think it was beneficial. When COVID came and everybody was released to go home, it didn't make any sense to bring the coders back in because they don't do anything, with the doctors. They talk to the billers. They talk to the front end. They talk to the nurses. Uh, if there's a problem with the doctor, most of them will call the nurse or call the front end to confer with the provider. But there are times when the coders have to call the provider or send the provider an email, or send the supervisor an email. But more than likely, supervisors, we everywhere. For people who work in New York, people work in wherever, Dallas or and Florida. Everybody's mostly on Zoom. The main thing for you to know is to pass your exam. Pass your exam. I can't stress that enough. I don't care if you have to take it just to see what's on it, if that's what you want to do. When you purchase my courses, it will give you a leg to stand on because I'm literally telling you what you need to study, what you need to steadfast on. When you get your CPT book, highlight some of those codes, a lot of codes, highlight, go through the whole book. This is what the CPC is about, trying to see if you are familiar with the books and how to find a code, how to decipher a code. You guys know I don't do I don't read the books and go, like this. That's the more advanced. A lot of the YouTube girls, they do that. My course is teaching you step by step how to get there. When you actually get to the CPC cases and stuff like that, I'm teaching you how to decipher those cases. Okay, when we get to that course, which is your core course, that's how I show you how to tell the differences between codes that look alike and codes that do not mean the same, but they look alike. You see what I'm saying? We go through that book. You do. I'm not doing that. I can't do the line by line. They do that. And you can hit those girls up for that, but I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay? Because I'm not able to hold up the book or XYZ. I do have, you know what? I got a podium. I forgot I had a podium. I have a podium, but I don't know how I would do that. I'll try to figure it out some type of way, but I would rather let me see. I think I can use the ebook and do ebook. See, I would rather do the ebook because when I do the ebook, I can highlight and I can show you how to do that. I can show you how to do that. So what we could do when I do the next slide, I'll have the ICD-10 book. I have the ICD-10. I have the ICD-10 ebook. I don't know if they do the CPT like that. I'm gonna see if Elsevier does it like that. But if not, I think they have it on Amazon. I probably can get it for Amazon. I can show you, probably show you like that because it would be difficult for me to show you the other way. What I want to show you is codes that look alike. Okay, codes that look alike. And I don't have any of my other books with me. My physical books, I'm gonna have them. I'm going up north next month, so we'll get them. But I do have all of my brand new ebooks. My 2025 books are all ebooks, so we can show you like that. You guys send me a message to see how deep y'all want me to go with it. But when you are studying for your coding exam, the gist of it is so that. The AAPC can understand, so you can understand your whole book. That is why they want you to read the guidelines of the ICD-10. Steadfast. I'm gonna read mine tonight, and just because I know, I still read them. I still read them. Okay, CMS.gov, ICD-10, 2025, 2024, 2025, October to October. Read them. And that's a head start for you who don't have your book. If you don't need to learn medical insurance billing and you want to go straight for coding, don't do the billing. The billing is for people who want to learn how to do the billing in case they are, moving around in the office. Okay, but it's not necessary for you to do the billing. If you go on my website and you go ahead and get that the coding, just go to straight to the advanced class and forget about the other stuff. Do that $19.99 and then go to those coding courses. If you get stuck, let me know. You get stuck, let me know. When you go on my website and it says the advanced course, it tells you what courses you need to purchase to go with that. If you do transitional, it tells you what courses you need to go with that. If you just want to do the basic course, it tells you what courses to go through to do that. I don't know what that is. Okay, it tells you what to do. And like I said, I'm gonna break them down. Bring them down to 9.99. Okay, I'm gonna take them down 9.99. That 29.99 is up here, up there. Don't worry about it. It's a holiday. I'm breaking down. Okay, I'm breaking down because I want to see more people get into the course. I want to see a lot more people. I got to broaden this thing to make it useful for you. The point is for me to make it useful for you, a useful tool, a useful product that you can use. That's not 15.99 for you to join in. That's not XYZ for you to join in. And just because it's cheap does not mean that it is a bad product. That's the goal in the hospital. Less expensive, high quality. Less expensive, high quality. You guys can read my bio. My bio. Look in my book. You can read my bio. I don't know if my bio is still up here. They might have took it down. I don't know, but I had it in my book or whatever. I mean, my experience exceeds itself. I'm not going to tell you nothing that's not going to benefit you, especially when you're taking your CPC. What if you guys are starting today? What I would do is first I would go check out sapphirecoding.com. If you're new to billing, you never did billing before, get my Amazon book. Get the Amazon book. Okay, get the medical insurance billing and Q&A book. Go to Amazon.com and get that. All right, this will be the second thing that you get that's going to teach you. You're going to start on billing. You could purchase this on Amazon, or you could start on billing in sapphirecoding.com. Then I want you to go to CMS.com and get the ICD-10 guides. Get the ICD-10 guides because that's going to start you on ICD-10 coding. Okay, so you can do more than one course. Do two. So you're going to study for medical insurance billing if you want to do medical insurance billing, and then you're going to do medical terminology because you want to keep yourself abreast in it. You do ICD-10, you can do CPT. You can do both of them at the same time. You start ICD-10 and you don't have an ICD-10 book, I would suggest that you start on the guidelines. Start on the guidelines because the guidelines are going to be on your exam. And on the exam, they're going to ask you where to find stuff. Where do you find this in the guidelines? And it's going to be multiple choice, but you still going to have to know. The guidelines in the coding books is the same. It's the same thing. And the only difference is you're going to get that for free online on cms.gov. Okay, so that'll give you a head start with the guidelines. You're going to read your CPT guidelines and your HCPCS guidelines as well. Check out some of those other videos. I'm going to try to post well, I don't know how to do this. This is live, right? So I don't know. You can't put nothing up there. Oh, okay. So check out the rest of my videos. This is going to it's going to be like a record, but I don't know how you edit and all that kind of stuff. I ain't that part yet. We get there, but just check that out. And still, we still do medical billing and coding. Y'all know I still put the videos up there, but I want to help y'all pass your class, passing your CPC, knowing what you need. Okay, and medical insurance billing is just a kick of the pick. It's just a kick of the pick. The coding is the gist of the program. It's the gist of what you need to know. You guys see so many jobs out there with coding. The billing, I mean, right, you ain't gonna make a whole bunch of money doing the billing. You might start with $22 or $25 or something like that. The coding, you should start with 31. Always negotiate what you want. Negotiate. Don't feel bad about saying, go higher on what you want. Then you guys can kind of just negotiate down. But you guys can look at a lot of these hospitals and stuff and look in there. They need coders. They need coders because a lot, they retire. Everybody retire. I mean, receptionists retire, medical billers retire, supervisors retire, directors retire, administrators retire. See, there's always room for more, especially in medical insurance billing and coding. So, don't sleep on that. This is a field where you can make money. And especially you want to work in a hospital, you want to mingle with people, or physician office, you want to mingle, you want to help people. I mean, definitely a field where you help people, especially, elderly people, with their insurance and trying to help them with, the HMOs and, their policies and different things like that. Different states do have different policies, so just make sure you just precarious about that. But I'm saying one, you know them all. But as long as you know how to type in the policy or whatever, type in what insurance it is, Blue Cross, United, Cigna, or whatever, you find the patient's policy so that you can advise the patient correctly, especially when it comes to co-payments and deductibles, and they going off. You show them, no, this is what it says, X, Y, Z. If you need to change your plan, you might have to wait till November, or you call them and you have to have an emergency for them to change your plan or something like that. But you want to definitely express that. But again, the medical insurance bill and Q&A book talks about all those different things. Talks about ABNs. It talks about HMOs, PPOs. What do you want to know about medical insurance billing and coding? What you don't know about medical insurance billing and coding? There's even HR questions in there. There's medical terminology in there. So you go to Amazon.com and check that out. Put my name in, Lisa Lambert, or just put medical billing and coding Q&A, and you will find it. Go check out those courses. I'm going to knock those courses down. I want to see a lot of people on YouTube. That's my goal. My goal is to see a lot of people doing the billing and coding and using my material to help them study. Using my material to help them study. Using my material to help them pass the CPC. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. Definitely let me know. And I have videos there that will tell you what kind of books you need. I have videos there that will tell you what may be on your exam. I think I have also a video there doing a screenshot of aapc.com. Check them out. And on their website, you can see, what they're going to have on their test. If you fail the test the first time and they give you another test, it will not be the same test. You guys know that it will be a different. It will be a different exam. Okay. So just make sure you try and get more than 70 in each section. So there'll be different sections. So if you have cardiology, you need a 70 in that section. If you have male genitals, you need a 70 in that section. Urinalysis, you need a 70 in that section. So each one of those sections, you need to get a 70 in, and then they just kind of round them up together, and you get 70 as a whole. So don't give up. Don't give up on it. Continue to study. Continue to study. If you want, like I said, if you want straight to coding and you don't have any books, you don't have no money to buy books, so it's not payday yet, go on CMS.com and ICD-10 and start with the guidelines. Start with those guidelines. Because like I said, in Sapphire Coding, we start from the beginning. We don't jump in. We don't just do coding or XYZ. We start from the beginning. And everybody's an individual. So everybody's on a different level. A lot of girls are working at home. They work on their own. They're studying on their own. They contact me when they need me. They jump into Sapphire Teams when they need to. You can send me a message from Teams. We do a lot of stuff in Teams. We do chats in Teams, emails. We do work. You can submit your work in Teams. I have files for everybody. If you are not in Teams, you can make your own file at home. Okay, if you go on sapphirecoding.com and you download those courses, make a file for what course you're putting it in. So, because you're studying on your own, you go in there and get it. If you in medical billing, that file should only be for medical billing. If you're in medical terminology, that file should only be for medical terminology. If you purchase that course, I have tests in there. All those tests will be in there. Okay, so just be precarious of that. You don't have the answers to those tests. I created those tests myself, so you do not have the answers for that. If you do purchase it and you want me to grade it, just send it to me. Okay, send me a message and on YouTube. Send me a message on YouTube. Okay, so this was just a half-hour shot, and we just want to do a little shop, and it's definitely for medical billing and coding, just to let you know that you guys can come to me for anything. Do not sleep on that website. Do not sleep on that book. This is for anybody, okay, who wants to learn how to do medical insurance billing and coding. I'm going to knock that down. All the courses are $9.99. The main basic course is going to be $19.99, and then that's just your introduction. That's your introduction. That's $19.99, okay? No, I don't need to hold your hand. No, you don't need to come to my classes. You can do that on your own. There's a video in there of me talking. You can do that on your own. Okay, so we're going to shut this down. So this was our live that we have done. I'll probably do another one. Don't forget Saturday, I'm going to do billing and coding again on Saturday. Sunday, we're going to read the Bible on Sunday. Don't ask me. I have no idea. All I'm gonna do is open it, and I don't know. I do my reading the Bible at night, and I just want to do something, on Sunday because I'm trying to do at least 2 videos a day to give you guys enough information, and also for us to talk about YouTube and things like that. So don't forget about that. We still getting our alliance going, ladies. Let's talk about YouTube. It's not just ladies, it's men too. So it's not just us over 55. We have older men too, but. Ladies, just let me know. The men too. You guys want to do medical billing coding? Let me know. Don't check out. Don't sleep on those. Don't sleep on those codes, okay? So I'm going to end this. Thank you so much. You guys, please subscribe to my channel. Please continue to watch my videos. Remember what I said. Watch 70 videos and you will learn how to do medical insurance billing and coding. Get those courses and you're going to be an expert. Just keep on reading, keep on studying. You want to pass your CPC? Get those courses and call me. We can do a real one-on-one. I don't care where, whatever, we can do it real one-on-one. Once I figure out this stream thing, we could do stream thing, whatever. I think you can get about 10 or 12 people on this, and we'll have regular class here. When I figure it out how we can do it on here, we'll do it on here. Okay, do not sleep on your CPC. Take your courses. We are going to do live courses here. I want you guys to make sure you pass your exam. It's going to be a toughie. Pass your exam. Okay, bye bye.